Welcome to another week. Today we get to look into the swim team, bridge building, and science.
This is Rider News.
Welcome back to another week of Rider News. It's Friday, January 12th. I'm Riley.
And I'm Kenzie. Swimming is a very dynamic sport. It also takes a lot of practice. Let's take a look at the boys' swim team.
Hi, my name is Cameron Butler. I am a junior and I've been swimming for 3 years on the PA swim team now. It slightly changes. I mean, we get new people every year and most often they'll stay. It's a pretty small team right now, so it's usually the same people, but as people graduate, more people come on, and usually it's about the same, but it always has new people that join. Well, we all know who we are mostly, and we know our best qualities, and we all know what we can actually do to help each other. And it actually really helps the whole entire team environment, in my opinion. It's healthy, it's nice. I mean, it's pretty small, so we all know each other, and everyone's nice to each other. So there's nothing bad, nothing ever happens, and it's usually always pleasant to be at practice. No, we usually just show up, and then we get in and we swim maybe about an 800, and that's about it. And then we'll usually try and get into our main set and just go from there and get as much yardage as we can in one practice. No one's ever rude to each other. It's all happy. No one's ever in a bad mood. And if you are, then everyone's nice to each other and they try and bring each other up no matter what happens.
We have a lot of great sport teams at Port Angeles High. While some of our school sports shoot for athletic greatness, groups like bridge building strive to be the best engineers and architects in our community.
That's right. Let's go see how our bridge builders build the best bridges.
I am Seth Rodman. I work with Zenovic and Associates here. I am a professional licensed engineer in the state of Washington. I've been helping out now for 6 years, I believe it is. This is year 6, helping out with Popsicle Bridge. I just like seeing the kids create. There's a huge difference between working on paper and working with your hands. And one of the fun things about this project is that we get to actually make a bridge. We get to analyze the bridge, we get to break the bridge, we get to start all over and do it again. And there's so much learning that goes on from seeing the actual physical processes in place from a design lesson. It's just a great process.
I'm Gene Unger. I'm a licensed professional civil engineer in Washington. My background is both county engineering and private consulting engineering. And it's just so fun to see the creativity of the students and how they learn through the 10 or 11 weeks that we have them 1 day a week, and they learn a lot, and all of a sudden you can see when the light goes on they've figured out how to build that bridge, and it's just really neat to see them in the competition.
Yeah, I'm Chris Hartman. I've had a varied experience between construction and consulting engineering. I now work at the Port of Port Angeles as the Director of Engineering. I've been helping out here for, I think, last 6 years as well. At the end of the tournament, just watching everybody, kind of high-five each other and see what they created and what we've done. So I really enjoy that.
I'm Joe Genesi. I've been helping out for quite many years, Gene and I, for 15 plus years, trying to let them know what engineering is about as a career path possibly, and that one of the most important things about engineering is having a creative mind in order to solve problems. Even if we see a bad idea, we may maybe even let them test that.
So the competition is on Saturday, February 10th, and we'll go to Mazima Flight. and we'll compete against other schools from around the Puget Sound area. And the best bridge from Port Angeles will actually win a $500 scholarship from our local engineering firms, and that's for every member of the winning team. So last year we did really well, and so the challenge is to see if we can keep that up for this coming year.
Those look like they could be some strong bridges. Good luck to you guys at the competition. Now, time to put on your thinking caps and learn some science.
I love science so much. Let's go check out Mr. Logan and his science class.
I'm Anna Minkle, and I'm a freshman. My favorite thing that we've done in science so far is make these sports drinks and figure out what sports drinks what. I put a bunch of like gross stuff in mine because other people have to drink it and I don't. So I thought it was funny. I would pursue like science, and I want to be a nurse or a paramedic, which is biology, and so technically that's science, so I'd be pursuing that. So yeah. My least favorite part about science, or like the hardest part, is the conclusions, and when you think like you got something and you're really strong on that answer, and then it's like something completely opposite and you're like, oh, well, makes me feel good, but at least you know and you learn from your mistakes.
Well, my name is Adam Logan, class of 2000. I teach 9th grade science and environmental studies. So I'm a graduate of Port Angeles High School, class of 2000. I did my undergraduate at Western Washington University and my undergraduate degrees in environmental geology. Then I went back to school and I got a master's in education from Grand Canyon University. And so the reason I pursued science, it stems back to when I was in college. I've always loved being outside. I like being outdoors. And I took a bunch of 101 classes trying to decide what to do in college. And I took Geology 101, and my professor showed all the awesome things they do outside, and I was hooked. And I've always been curious about the outdoor world. I have lots of different interests, and I feel like science encompasses my curiosity and all my interests.
I'm Ezra Northern, and I'm a sophomore, and one of my favorite things in Mr. Johnson's class is doing the natural selection posters and just how he makes everything super fun and exciting. My favorite thing about Mr. Johnson is when he puts on really funny videos and then he sings to them and dances.
Hi, my name's Mr. Johnson, and I teach 10th grade biology. I started teaching science because science is real and science is amazing and science explains our world. Typically, I don't like to smile until Christmas break, so we've done nothing fun yet, or funny. My favorite subject that I've taught so far has just been biology. I love it. My favorite topic in biology is probably ecosystems and nature.
Thanks for sharing, Mr. Logan. You're an inspiration to the whole school. And thank you to everyone watching. This has been Rider News. Before we go, we would like to remind everyone that there's still a few chances to see the PAHS play 12th Night. Come check out what people are calling one of the best plays ever put on at this high school. 12th Night runs each night at 7 p.m. through Saturday.
On behalf of Kenzie and myself, thank you for watching. Now let's go to that fan fave question of the week. Hope you enjoy.
If you could, what car would you pull up to win a ball?
1968 Fastback Mustang.
If you could, what car would you pull up in to win a ball?
An electric moped? Like the one I was given when I was very young. It reminds me of my past.
If you could, what car would you pull up in to win a ball?
A Barbie car?
If you could, what car would you pull up in to win her ball?
A minivan.
If you could pull up in any car to win her ball, what would it be?
A Ferrari. If I could pull up to any car to win a ball, it would be
Oh shoot! Wait, car. I'd pull up in a Jeep.
If you could, what car would you pull up to Winter Ball?
Any car with you in it.
If you could pull up in any car to Winter Ball, what would it be?
Probably a 1962 F-150. Be classy.
If you could pull up in any car to Winter Ball, what would it be?
Skylar's minivan. This guy.
If you could pull up to any car to Winter Ball, what would it be?
The Batmobile.
If you could pull up in any car to Winter Ball, what would it be?
It would most definitely probably be like the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine Mobile.
If you could pull up in any car to Winter Ball, what would it be?
A DeLorean. Yes! Hell yeah.
Hey, hey, hey! If you could pull up in any car to Winter Ball, what would it be?
Daddy Acton's truck.
And that is the question of the week, and we will be back to you next week.
Hey teachers and students, don't even think about turning off this video until you subscribe to the new Port Angeles High School YouTube channel. Also, smack that like button to let us know you made it all the way to the end of our show. Thanks for watching.